Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And what a special edition of First Aid. We have Kelly Kinkaid. This week we got our very special guest. We all met her on TV years ago as Little Ashley, and then I met her on Star Search. But that's way back then. But I like to set it up. Since then, she's gone off to do a lot of wonderful things and made a lot of hit records and done a lot of different projects. And her life has just been wonderful as I lurk her on her Instagram. Proudly lurking her. For some reason, I got this big brother feel about us that I want to watch over her, and it's nothing like that for us. You know, I think we used to live in the same neighborhood in Tarzana or something like that.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, my parents still live up there.
They still live up there? What happened to you? You ain't there no more?
No, I got married. I live in the Bay.
You in the Bay now?
Yes, I am in the Bay. It's like, yeah.
You know I'm from Oakland.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm following you.
I love it. I love it up there.
It's different, huh?
It is in a beautiful way. And, I'm originally from New York. And it kind of gives me, like, New York, L.A., like the best parts of both worlds. Yeah.
And that weather is crazy, right?
It is. I'm getting used to it.
No, it's a good crazy, though. What do you mean? That's the best weather in the country, the Bay. You a Raiders fan? Yeah, right? Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
What's going on, Tati? You're a Warriors fan.
Okay,
okay,
you're moving too fast. You're moving too fast.
So much pressure.
You're moving too fast. I'm just learning where my grocery store is. Hold on.
But that's interesting because, in Northern California in general, people are really health conscious.
Yes.
Did you notice that? You know? And so I wondered if that had any role in you joining this organization.
In a sense, yes, mostly because since having my son, I everything that I work on is something that's really important to me. I don't have a lot of time to kind of waste.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've heard about the Red Collection fashion show in the past. They get a lot of, they make a lot of noise with it.
Yeah.
But finding all of this information out, like the fact that heart disease is the number one cause for death in women, I always thought it was a men's disease.
Yeah.
So as I'm, working with this designer and doing the fun part with the fashion show, I'm also learning a great deal about heart health and about how it affects women and Black women in particular.
Tatyana Ali has joined us, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know if I said that.
You just went right into Oakland and then got distracted.
I kind of miss her. I was like, I miss Tatyana.
And Sway, we said February is Health Awareness Month. And, like you said, Tatyana, heart disease is the number one killer of women. So that's approximately one woman every minute is dying of heart disease.
It's amazing.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So more than breast cancer, a bigger hitter.
Yep.
Yes.
Diabetes.
Yep.
Wow, heart disease.
Yeah, and this is important because today on Facebook Live, you're doing the Gold Red for Women Red dress collection.
Yes.
So it'll be tonight, 8 p.m. So what dress are you wearing and who is your designer?
Well, what I love about it, too, is they're designers at all different levels and stages of their careers. So I'm working with a Macy's incubator designer. She's from Chicago. Her name is Tanisha Prunty, and she has a line called Giddy. And she and I have been going back and forth for just, a month to make a dress for this kind of stage, and this kind of is not a long time, especially when she was in Chicago. I'm on the West Coast. But she made this beautiful dress. I tried it on for the first time last night, and everything works.
Everything works. Okay.
Everything works.
So,
yeah.
So the money there's going to be money raised tonight, right? Is it a fundraiser?
Yeah, this is the annual event with American Heart Association, and Marissa Tomei is the host. In addition to Tatyana, you have Adrienne Houghton, who is Adrienne Byline, is one of the people who will be modeling. Lynn Whitfield, Melissa Joan Hart. You once again, Kate Walsh from Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice, and it's a lot. I always see that, to see the pictures of the women doing the runway with the red dress, and I think it's a great cause because the American Heart Association, they're doing this is just this year the awareness, but all year they do things because women and men are dying every month, every year, so it's important to really have a focus and awareness on this.
Right. So I'm wondering about Tatyana. What can you tell us for prevention purposes? Like, should I have a bowl of Cheerios every every day? Because when I think about, you know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Heart awareness, they got that smack on the box.
It's definitely diet, exercise. It's preventative care, which means going to the doctor not once you feel something happen, but going to the doctor regularly to get your checkups and telling your doctor that you want a cardiogram, that you want to check your heart health as well as a mammogram and all the other things that we do as women. But even I'm telling you, getting ready for this show and getting ready for my dress, I'm on my spin cycle, whatever.
You look great.
Yes,
You do.
I second that.
All the guys are in here like quiet, just not like.
I'm mad at her.
But it switched. It changed for me because usually, you're on that treadmill or you're exercising and you're worried about your dress size.
Right.
You're worried about how you look on the outside. Because I was getting ready for this, I was like, no. And I'm thinking about what I'm going to hashtag while I'm on my thing. I was like, go red for what? No, it's about my heart.
Yeah.
It's about what's going on the inside. It's about my health. And that's like a self-love that I think is really beautiful, especially to start off, because this is New York Fashion Week, which I've never been here for this, which is crazy. But this fashion show starts off Fashion Week, and I think that's really beautiful.
We were actually having a conversation earlier. It had to do with J-Lo and A-Rod, but the conversation was about like prerequisites before you get married. And we were talking about how health might be really important for some folks. Like for me, if I was dating someone that just had Oreos every damn day for a snack for life, I don't know if I want to spend the rest of my years with you. Would that be a deal breaker for like your husband if he was doing everything opposite for, prevention of heart disease?
You know what? That's really interesting because I think that was one of the things that I was really attracted to he's a runner. He loves to run, and it could be for like a quick 10 minutes or 30 minutes, and he goes outside and it's his like mind body time. And I really respected that about him. And I think it was something I was attracted to. Like, oh, he takes care of himself. Oops.
I also think talking about relationships and with J-Lo, even the actress Monique, when she married her husband Sidney, her weight loss was attributed to, he told her, I want you to be here to grow old with you. And that kind of prompted her. So I agree with J-Lo if that's the case.
So we got to go running if we want to get married now.
Well, they want you to be
I
here.
think, you know what? You know how they say love makes you fat?
Yeah.
Okay, which it does, because you get in love, you're in love, and you're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? We're going to celebrate, we're going to eat. Let's go to which restaurant? I haven't been to this. That's usually how we celebrate. But, how about like love makes you healthy? Like, you could also go for walks together. You could also go running and exercise together.
I did the
That's
half marathon.
real bonding time. Yeah.
With my boyfriend last year for the first time, and that was
That's
such a great
amazing.
bonding experience. Yeah.
So why do you think heart disease is higher amongst women of color than others?
That's a good question. From what I've been learning, a lot of it is education. Okay. Getting the word out there. So, and it's not so much women getting themselves educated, but it's what information, I believe, the information that's getting to them. So, what you guys are doing on this show, on this particular outlet, and for your audience, not every outlet is doing for this audience. And so I think that's what it is. I also, I wonder sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it is. What I've also read is that a lot of research, most of the research that's been done in the past has been for men, period. Okay. And that's why we think of heart disease as a men's issue. They're only now beginning to do a lot of research with women involved.
Right. And Sway, I would love to share, when we come back, American Heart Association has Life's Simple 7 Steps to really keeping healthy.
Okay. We'll come back and talk about that. And don't forget, Go Red for Women Dress Collection 2018 is kicking off the New York Fashion Week tonight, 8 p.m. on Facebook Live as well. Go Red for Women's Facebook page is going to be at the Hammerstein Ballroom on 34th Street. If you're in the tri-state area, come out and celebrate with us. We'll be right back. 888-742-3345. Tatyana Ali is here.
Yes.
She's here. She's here for a purpose, with purpose. Tonight, it's going down at the Hammerstein Ballroom, right, Kelly Kinkaid?
Yes, it's Go Red for Women Red Dress Collection show, and if you can't go be there and be in attendance, you can watch it on Facebook Live at 8 p.m. Marissa Tomei is the host. You have Tatyana Ali, Lynn Whitfield, Adrienne Bailon, Adrienne Houghton, Catherine Island, a lot of models, Nikki Taylor, who will be wearing dresses by different designers. And your designer's name is?
My designer's name is Tanisha Prunty. Her line is called Giddy. And she is, she's amazing. And it's red. All the dresses are red.
Right.
I've heard that this is a room of really supportive women, like there to empower each other, that there's like a very sister kind of feeling. So I'm excited about that, especially because I've never, walking a runway, I'm like,
I think
try not to trip up. Tatyana.
I heard the room is filled with love.
Don't think about tripping up once you start walking.
I think Sway, this is we talked about that heart disease is the number one killer of women.
Say that again, though, Kelly.
Heart disease is the number one killer of women, but men, this is a big disease for you too, because your heart, if you don't have your heart pumping, you won't be living. Right. And I think that obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, all this triggers this, and we all have to take care of our heart. I know this month we have this initiative for women, but men, we need to stay healthy too. And Sway, I was talking to you about on American Heart Association on their website. They have a lot of great tools and tips, and they have something that's called Life's Simple 7 tips, just to live a healthier life. And I just want to share with them because we talked about them. Eating better.
Okay.
Right.
That could help you with staying off of chronic disease. So watching your intake with vegetable, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Maintaining a healthy weight. Exercising. And this one right here, Tatyana, I think we were talking about with women, quitting cigarettes.
Yeah.
With African-American women, when I see that African-American women and women in general smoking, I always want to just slap the cigarette out of their hands, because smoking really is so not good for you in so many ways, but with your heart, just the pollution that is going in your body, and it's really preventing you. All those people who are, I hope someone who's smoking now will put that cigarette down, because
one of the things it can do is actually enlarge in the heart, because your lungs, your body is trying to get oxygenated blood to the other parts of your body,
right?
And because of smoking, your heart has to work harder to do it. So your heart actually can become enlarged.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is that just cigarettes, or is that weed too, or do we know?
Well, I'm talking in the.
I was gonna ask that.
Well,
Tatyana was like, come on.
You think
Why
about
you
the
gotta bring that shit
nicotine.
I told you I moved to the Bay.
No, that's not. I mentioned the exact opposite.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, we're talking about quitting cigarettes, and the next one is maintaining your blood pressure. With that, unhealthy ranges strain the heart, the arteries, and the kidneys. Controlling your cholesterol. It gives the arteries the best chance to stay clear of fatty blockages that reduce your blood flow. You got to have blood pumping through your heart. And the last one is reducing your blood sugar. These are simple steps. This way we talk about this with nutrition. Like all this stuff plays a part of just being healthy.
Absolutely.
And we got to keep that heart healthy, because we need to bring those numbers down at being the number one killer.
I think the dieting is key, and I think a lot of it, because traditionally in our cuisine, people of color, we like to use a lot of spices.
And we like everything fried.
And fried, battered, salt.
Tons of fat.
Saturated fat,
fats.
all that stuff.
Right.
That's in our everyday diet, and it's hard to kick it because it got these addictive principles to it that make you want to come back to it more and more and more and more, when really you got to cleanse that stuff out your system.
I've been vegetarian for, I think I'm going on my 4th year.
Wow, give a round of applause.
Oh, really?
That's big.
It has completely changed the way my body feels and the way my body works. I was having digestive issues and things like this that I went to the doctor for. I went to holistic people for. I tried all different sorts of things. Changing my diet is the only thing that actually worked. And I think, we're a very spiritual people. And it's oftentimes, if you think about it, there's some really unhealthy, like people, we talk about God and we talk about community and we talk about loving each other. And a part of self-love is health. It's taking, you got it. This is your temple. Like you should take care of it.
Absolutely.
You know, it's important. It's that important and that deep. And
Absolutely.
sometimes if you take it there, it makes these changes, these lifestyle changes that you're talking about, maybe it makes it a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
Because,
I'm curious why you chose being vegetarian over vegan.
for me, well, I started a meditation practice, and vegetarianism is a part of it.
Right.
And that's as far as I've gone with it. I eat vegan quite often, and I've flirted with it, but I wouldn't say that I'm not strict about it at all. So I wouldn't call myself a vegan.
Got it.
I have vegan friends, and that's a different lifestyle than what I'm leading.
You have friends that are vegan.
And I'm living different than they are. Or they're living
different. That you in the Bay, you eating some fish. I know you eating some fish.
No
fish.
No. And in fact, I wasn't even eating eggs until my pregnancy, and I started taking eggs
You
again.
needed to. Tatyana Ali, man, give a round of applause. You know where else we work with Tatyana too?
I just remember we were in Charlotte at the Toyota CIAA. That was the last time we
Remember
saw
that?
you.
And we had that beautiful that panel
Yes.
discussion
Yes.
about thinking and living green.
Yes, and we're kind of
And
on that
so-
page right
We're
now.
still up. We're
That's
consistent.
amazing. That is amazing.
See, that's why our worlds are just steadily from Tarzana to the Bay Area.
Because you know why? Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, there really is a progressive agenda. That's so much more than the politics that we see out there, than, you know, what's trending or whatever. But there are certain people, and I'm happy that you guys are there, that, you know, there has to be a move towards what's positive in whatever role you're in, whether you're on the radio, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a nurse. You know, we can all kind of drop this knowledge and make it common knowledge, because
There
it
it is.
needs to be. It's the truth.
And I think as a parent, you and your husband are setting a great role model for your son. And it's important. I think we do have to do that.
Tatyana Ali. Give
Y'all
up
with
to-
the clapping.
Yeah, because we really appreciate what
It's
you're
important
saying.
to
Oh, come on, you're used to it. You did
Come on.
TV. Like,
Come on, you've heard that.
audience.
It's when they don't applaud you got to be worried. That's
true. That's true.
Give out your social media if people want to reach you.
Oh, it's my name, Tatyana Ali. So TatyanaAli.
Thank you, Kelly Kinkaid, for this first aid. Great to have Tatyana back. How can they reach you?
Reach me on all social, Kelly Kinkaid, KELLYKINKAID.
And tonight, don't forget,
Check out the Go Red for Women Red Dress Collection. It's live on Facebook at 8 p.m. Check them out in New York City.
also to be at the Hammerstein Ballroom as well. Tatyana, thank you. Appreciate
Thank you,
you.
Sway.
Okay, we got Stump Wonder up next. No? We'll come right back. Sway in the morning.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.